welcome to Moxie. We're so excited that you're here. We want to help you get set up with the email templates that you need. So I'm going to start with getting into your email templates. So here in Moxie, you're going to go to Communicator. If you're not seeing it here in your left nav, you can go to More and you'll be able to see all of our features here, and you'll go into Communicator, and then you're going to go into your email templates. So yours might be empty if you're just starting, and I suggest starting with going to Add Template and searching our template library. Here in the template library, you can see lots of kind of options for different types of work. They can all be edited. It's just a good way to kind of see some ways that things are available. I would recommend starting with this Moxie Essentials email. So kind of everywhere where we give you an option to customize your email templates, those will live in this Moxie Essentials email template. So you can go in and see you have a send deposit invoice, a send deposit email, a new invoice payment confirmation, your invoice due date is approaching. That's a super important one. Past due, that's also important. I will not read all of these to you, but there are lots of great options here for you to pull those emails in. And then once you choose import, they will show up here in your library. So we'll take a look at this invoice reminder. You can say, here is the template name. This is not customer facing. This subject, that is going to be customer facing. You can add in a CC or a BCC here as well. And you're going to use these tokens so that you can address whoever this is actually going to be to. And it's going to connect to, let's say this is an invoice reminder. It will use this token for whoever the invoice is for. So especially because invoicing is so important, I'll show you very quickly as well here in a second where you're going to add these reminders. So I've got my invoice reminder here. Also in this email, you're going to want to make sure that you've got these invoice tokens. You could kind of add in as much information as you want. So if you wanted to list out in your email, hey, here is how many days that yours is past due, or what the invoice number is. You could say, here is the invoice number, and you could put in this token and it will be there. You can say, here is the total, which would be here. Oops, I have clicked the wrong thing. Total, and you could say, here is what remains to be paid, and you could have that amount due. So these two are different because let's say somebody made a deposit or they made a partial payment. You could say this is the total invoice, but here's what's left. So I've got my invoice reminder here all set up using my tokens. The place where you're going to go to add the invoice reminders is here in your workspace settings and then under your preferences. So you can see we've got some other settings in here, and we're going to go to invoices, and here are the default email templates that are going to go out along with your invoices. So when you send a new invoice, you can choose which invoice template you'd like there, payment confirmation, that due date is approaching, and here is that invoice reminder that we just created. And then you can set up how often you want these reminders to go out. Every week, you can set them up to be totally disabled, every few days, monthly, whatever it is that you want to kind of remind your folks, hey, this invoice hasn't yet been paid. And Moxie will chase those invoices for you instead of you having to remember to follow up all the time on those invoices.